Welcome back to AI Picked. You know we use them every day, clicking away.
Yeah.
But how much thought do we really put into choosing the right mouse? Today, we're going on a deep dive into the world of computer mice.
Ooh.
We're going to uncover some hidden gems and help you find that perfect one.
I like it.
And to guide us through this journey, I've got our tech enthusiast, Zara, here.
Hey everyone, excited to dive into this with you.
So I think people would be surprised to learn how much of an impact a mouse can actually have on your productivity and comfort.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it. The average person clicks their mouse thousands of times a day.
Thousands? Really?
Yeah. That's a lot of potential for hand fatigue or even carpal tunnel if you're not careful.
Wow. Hadn't thought of it like that before.
Yeah.
So for this deep dive, we're going straight to the source.
Okay.
Amazon's bestseller list.
Ooh.
We're going to break down the top 3 mice.
Sounds good. Let's see what the AI has picked.
Okay, in the #1 spot, we've got the Logitech MX Master 3S.
This one's a classic for a reason. It's definitely a premium option, but it packs a punch in terms of features and performance.
So first up, let's talk DPI.
Okay.
This thing has an 8K DPI sensor, which basically means you can move your cursor across the screen with the tiniest hand movements.
Yeah. That's a level of precision that's especially useful for graphic designers or photographers who need pixel-perfect accuracy.
And get this, it can track on pretty much any surface.
What?
Even glass.
No way! So if you're working on the go, maybe at a coffee shop or on a glass table, you don't have to worry about your mouse losing tracking.
Wow.
That's huge for productivity.
Another thing I love about this mouse is the quiet click technology.
Oh, yeah.
You still get that satisfying tactile feedback,
Yeah.
but it's so much quieter.
Oh, it's great for shared workspaces.
Right.
Or if you just don't want to drive everyone crazy with constant clicking sounds.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's talk ergonomics.
Yeah.
This mouse is like a dream. It's sculpted in a way that just feels so natural in your hand, and it's designed to prevent wrist strain, which is crucial if you're on the computer for hours.
Ergonomics are so important when it comes to mice, especially if you're trying to avoid those pesky, repetitive strain injuries.
All right, let's talk connectivity.
Okay.
The MX Master 3S has both Bluetooth and USB-C connectivity.
Nice.
And here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
You can actually control multiple computers seamlessly with this mouse.
Oh, wow.
Imagine you have a dual monitor setup. You can effortlessly move your cursor between screens and even drag and drop files between computers.
Oh, that feature is a game changer for multitasking.
Right.
No more switching back and forth between devices or dealing with complicated file transfer.
Exactly. Now, for all this amazing tech,
Yeah.
the MX Master 3S retails for $99.99.
It's an investment for sure.
Yeah.
But consider this, with all its features, build quality, and comfort, it might just be the last mouse you ever need to buy.
Yeah, that's a great point. And before we move on, let's not forget the user reviews. This mouse has over 9,000 reviews on Amazon, with an average rating of 4.6 out of 5 stars.
Wow.
People are raving about it.
High ratings and tons of positive reviews. That's a pretty strong indicator that this mouse lives up to the hype.
All right, moving on to our #2 pick, the Logitech M720 Triathlon. And this one is all about multi-device mastery.
This is the mouse for anyone juggling multiple devices.
Yeah.
Imagine seamlessly switching between your laptop, tablet, and desktop, all with the same mouse.
And you can connect up to 3 devices simultaneously. No more hassle of pairing and unpairing every time you switch.
It just makes your workflow so much smoother and more efficient.
And this mouse also features 8 programmable buttons,
8.
so you can customize them for specific tasks.
Think about it. You could set one button to open your email, another for copy and paste, and even one to control media playback.
Exactly. You're basically streamlining all your repetitive actions
Yeah.
and saving so much time in the process.
And for gamers, programmable buttons can be a lifesaver, giving you quick access to all those important commands.
And another huge plus is the battery life on this thing.
Okay, what is it?
We're talking 2 years on a single AA battery.
Wow. Say goodbye to the days of constantly recharging your mouse or running out of power in the middle of a task.
And all this comes in at a very reasonable price of $38.98.
That's a steal for a mouse with this level of functionality. It's a solid mid-range option that doesn't skimp on features.
And just like the MX Master 3S, the M720 Triathlon also has glowing reviews.
Oh, yeah.
It boasts an average rating of 4.5 stars from over 22,000 reviews.
So we've got a premium pick and a solid mid-range contender. I'm really curious.
Yeah.
What does our budget-friendly option look like?
Okay, get ready to be amazed. In ed number 3, we have the TECKNET wireless mouse.
Okay.
And get this, it's under $10.
Under $10. I always love a good budget-friendly find.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, for that price, what are we getting?
Believe it or not, this mouse still comes with some pretty impressive features. First off, it boasts an adjustable DPI of up to 2600.
So even at a lower price point, you still have control over your cursor sensitivity and speed?
Right.
It might not be as high as the MX Master 3S,
Yeah.
but it's still more than enough for everyday tasks.
Plus, it has a 24-month battery life.
Wow. 2 years.
Uh-huh.
That's incredible for a mouse that costs less than a takeout meal.
And here's another surprise.
Okay.
It also has 6 programmable buttons.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
Right.
For under $10, you're getting a level of customization that you'd typically find in more expensive mice.
And of course, it's ergonomically designed. So even on a tight budget, you don't have to sacrifice comfort.
It seems like TECKNET is really trying to make comfortable and functional tech accessible to everyone.
Okay, so we've looked at 3 great options.
Yeah.
But which one reigns supreme?
Drum roll, please.
Both Zara and I agree that the Logitech MX Master 3S takes the crown in this matchup.
It really does tick all the boxes. Cutting-edge technology, superior comfort, incredible versatility, and rave reviews.
And while it does have a higher price tag, you're essentially investing in a mouse that can potentially last you for years and significantly enhance your overall computing experience.
It's like treating yourself to a luxurious spa day for your hand.
Haha.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not exactly, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
All right, so before we move on, let's touch on a few other things to consider when choosing a mouse, because there's more to it than just DPI and ergonomics.
Okay.
Zara, what else should our viewers keep in mind?
Well, Jax, let's talk grip styles. Did you know that there are actually different ways people hold and use a mouse?
Like different grip styles.
And that your grip style can really influence which mouse is going to be the most comfortable for you.
Oh, you mean like how some people rest their whole hand on the mouse, while others just use their fingertips?
Exactly. There are 3 main grip styles:
Okay.
palm grip, claw grip, and fingertip grip. And each one has its own advantages and disadvantages depending on your hand size, the task you perform, and your personal preferences.
Okay, that makes sense. So how do you figure out what your grip style is?
Well, try experimenting with different mice and see what feels most natural and comfortable. If you're not sure, there are even online quizzes and guides that can help you figure it out.
Great tip. And hey, maybe you need more than one mouse.
Oh, yeah.
You could have a high-performance one for work and a compact, travel-friendly one for when you're on the go.
Absolutely. That's what I do.
You do?
I've got a different mouse for every occasion.
Wow. Now, another factor that's often overlooked is the type of sensor used in the mouse.
Okay.
Most mice these days use optical sensors,
Right.
but they're also laser sensors. What's the difference?
Optical mice are generally very reliable and work well on most surfaces. They're also typically more affordable. Laser mice, on the other hand, are known for their higher DPI and pinpoint accuracy, which makes them popular among gamers and professionals who need that extra precision.
Makes sense. So it sounds like choosing the right mouse involves thinking about your grip style.
Yes.
The type of sensor.
Yep.
And of course, all the features we've talked about, like DPI, ergonomics, connectivity, and even those handy programmable buttons.
Exactly. It's about finding that perfect balance of features that match your individual needs and preferences.
And hey, who says tech can't be stylish, right?
Right.
There are tons of different designs and colors out there. You can find a mouse that not only works great, but also looks awesome on your desk.
Totally agree. It's all about expressing your personality and making your workspace feel more like your own.
All right, so before we move on to part 2 of this deep dive, where we'll be exploring even more factors to consider when choosing a mouse, we want to remind everyone that we've included links to all the mice we discussed in the description below.
Fair.
So if you're interested in checking them out further on Amazon, be sure to click those links and stay tuned, because we'll be right back after a quick break.
See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. So we've covered the top mice based on Amazon's bestseller list. But now let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
Because finding the perfect mouse is about more than just popularity, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about understanding how all these different features and functionalities can actually improve your experience.
Right.
So let's break it down even further.
Let's start with the age-old debate.
Oh boy.
Wired versus wireless.
Ah, yes, the classic dilemma.
Yeah.
What are the key things to consider here?
Well, with a wired mouse, you get that rock-solid connection.
Okay.
There's virtually no lag, which can be super important for gamers who need lightning-fast reactions, and you never have to worry about batteries dying mid-game.
Yeah, nothing worse than having your mouse die on you during that crucial boss battle.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
wireless mice offer that sweet, sweet freedom of movement.
Oh, yeah.
No more tangled cords or feeling tethered to your desk. You can use your mouse from a distance, which is great for presentations or just having a more relaxed setup.
I love the flexibility of a wireless mouse. Just makes everything feel so much more effortless.
And the good news is that wireless technology has come a long way.
Really?
A lot of wireless mice now offer performance that's almost as good as wired.
No.
So you really don't have to sacrifice much for that cordless convenience.
True. But it's always a good idea to check the specs and user reviews to make sure the wireless mouse you choose has a stable connection, especially if you're someone who needs that super fast response time.
Now, another factor to consider is the size and weight of the mouse.
Okay.
This might seem like a small detail, but it can really impact your comfort, especially during those marathon gaming sessions or long work days.
You know, I never used to pay much attention to size and weight until I tried out a smaller, lighter mouse.
Okay.
And honestly, it made a huge difference. My hand didn't get as tired,
Right.
and it's felt more comfortable to use.
It's all about finding what feels right for you. Some people prefer a larger mouse that they can grip with their whole hand,
Yeah.
while others prefer a smaller, more portable mouse that they can easily slip into a bag.
Right. And for those who are really focused on ergonomics, there are even vertical mice,
Oh, yeah.
which put your hand in a more natural handshake position
Right.
to reduce strain on your wrist.
Those are becoming increasingly popular, especially for folks who spend a lot of time on the computer.
Yeah, for sure.
They might take a little getting used to,
Yeah.
but a lot of people find them to be much more comfortable in the long run.
So we've got wired versus wireless. Size and weight.
Yep.
What about those programmable buttons we talked about earlier?
Ah, yes. Programmable buttons can be a total game changer.
Yeah.
We touched on this a bit when we were discussing the Logitech M720 Triathlon,
Right.
but it's worth diving in a little deeper.
For those who haven't experienced the magic of programmable buttons, what exactly are we talking about here?
Well, imagine being able to open your email inbox,
Right.
adjust the volume, or switch between applications with just a click of a button on your mouse.
Wow.
You can program these buttons to do all sorts of tasks, basically creating shortcuts that can save you a ton of time.
Wow. That sounds like a serious productivity boost.
It really is. And for creative professionals who use software with a ton of keyboard shortcuts,
Yeah.
programmable buttons can really speed up their workflow.
And let's not forget about gamers. Having those essential commands just a button press away can give you a real competitive edge.
Absolutely. It's all about minimizing those precious milliseconds of reaction time.
Okay, so programmable buttons are definitely something to consider.
Right.
But it's important to remember that not all mice have them, right?
Right. And the number and placement of the buttons can vary quite a bit. So it's worth checking out the specs and seeing what level of customization is available.
Now, while we're on the topic of features,
Okay.
let's talk about scroll wheels. I mean, it's something we use all the time, but we don't always give it much thought.
You'd be surprised how much a good scroll wheel can impact your browsing experience.
Really?
Some mice have those super smooth scroll wheels that let you fly through long documents or web pages.
Right.
Others have a more tactile, clicky scroll, which some people prefer for more precise control.
I've even seen some mice with horizontal scrolling,
Yeah.
which seems pretty cool for navigating spreadsheets or wide documents.
It's all about finding the type of scrolling that feels best for you.
Okay.
And some mice even allow you to adjust the scrolling speed, giving you even more customization.
So we've covered connectivity, size and weight,
Yep.
programmable buttons,
Right?
scroll wheels.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else we should consider before we move on to our final thoughts?
Well, Jax, the world of computer mice is always evolving.
Always evolving.
There are constantly new technologies and innovations emerging, so it's good to stay informed and keep an eye out for the latest and greatest.
You're right, there's always something new and exciting on the horizon. What are some of the latest advancements you've seen?
Well, for example, some mice are now incorporating haptic feedback,
What's that?
which basically means they provide tactile sensations
Okay.
that can enhance gaming experiences or give you feedback for specific actions. It's pretty cool.
Wow, that sounds really futuristic.
Yeah.
I can see how that would be a game changer for gamers.
And some companies are even experimenting with AI-powered mice that learn your usage patterns. and adapt to optimize performance and comfort. It's pretty amazing to see how far mouse technology has come.
It really is. And it just goes to show that choosing the right mouse is a journey of discovery. It's about finding that perfect match for your needs and preferences.
Exactly. And it's a journey worth taking, because when you find that perfect mouse, it can transform your entire computing experience.
You know, we talked earlier about the potential for hand fatigue and even carpal tunnel if you're using a mouse that's not right for you.
Right.
It's important to remember that taking care of your health is a top priority.
Absolutely. And finding a mouse that's comfortable and ergonomically designed can make a huge difference in preventing those types of injuries. It's an investment in your well-being.
So before we move on to our final thoughts, I want to remind everyone that the best mouse for you is the one that fits your individual needs and preferences. Take the time to consider how you use your computer, what features are most important to you, and what your budget is.
And don't be afraid to experiment and try out different options until you find the one that feels just right. After all, you're going to be spending a lot of time with this little device.
Well said, Zara. Now you're ready to move on to our final thoughts and wrap up this deep dive.
Absolutely, let's do it.
All right, so we've explored the top mice, delved into the nitty-gritty of features, and even touched on the importance of ergonomics and finding the right fit.
Yeah.
But before we wrap things up,
Okay.
I feel like there's one big question we need to address.
I think you're right. You're reading my mind.
Maybe.
We've talked a lot about specs and functionality, but ultimately it all boils down to this. Can upgrading your mouse actually make you more productive?
Right.
And dare I say, enjoy using your computer more?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
I think it's easy to underestimate the impact a simple device like a mouse can have on our daily lives. But the truth is, we interact with our computers through our mice.
Yeah.
It's the tool that connects us to the digital world.
It's like the bridge between our physical actions and the digital realm.
Exactly. So why not invest in a tool that makes that bridge as smooth and enjoyable as possible?
I remember when I finally upgraded to an ergonomic mouse with programmable buttons.
Oh, way.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
Really?
No more wrist pain.
Yeah.
And I could finally streamline all those repetitive tasks that used to drive me crazy.
It's amazing how such a small change can make such a big difference, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
And it's not just about productivity.
Yeah.
It's about comfort, enjoyment,
Right.
and even creativity.
Think about it. When you're comfortable and in control,
Right.
you're more likely to be focused and engaged. And when you're not fighting against a clunky or uncomfortable mouse,
Yeah.
you can actually enjoy the process of creating, working, or gaming.
So yeah, I think it's safe to say that upgrading your mouse can absolutely boost your productivity and make you enjoy using your computer more.
It's an investment worth considering, not just for your work, but for your overall well-being.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Wow.
Well, Zara, this has been an incredible deep dive.
It has been.
Thanks for sharing your expertise and insights with us.
It's been a pleasure, Jax.
Really.
I always love geeking out about tech, especially when it comes to finding those hidden gems that can really make a difference in people's lives.
And for all you viewers out there, don't forget to check out the links in the description below to explore all the mice we've discussed today.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to subscribe to AI Picked for more AI-powered product insights and recommendations. We're here to help you navigate the vast world of online shopping and discover the products that are perfect for you.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah.
And happy clicking.